Today's discussion is actually a game, and the game is called Discern the Flag. I don't know if you ever played Capture the Flag, but this is Discern the Flag. So I am going to tell you a story from my own experience, and you can, if your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to say in the comments, is there a flag at all? And if there is it a red flag or is it a green flag? And why? Well, you don't have to say why, unless you want to. If you want to say what your thought process is around it, that would be great. But you don't have to. You could just say no flag, green flag, red flag. Okay, so here we go. I had a friend, have a friend. I'm not sure. We're still friendly. Anyway, but this was not the turning point in whether we're still friendly, this story I'm about to tell you. There's this gentleman that I met very, very, very long time ago. And I found him really interesting at the time when I first met him because he felt different. He talked differently. And even though it wasn't overt, I had the distinct impression that he had a deep spiritual quality to him because he seemed more reflective, deeply reflective in the way that he interacted with me and the way he carried himself. And at the time I was working retail and he was working next door. And so we enjoyed each other here and there. He was in a long-term relationship, and that was totally fine. But he would come and visit me in the retail store every now and then and just have a chat. And sometimes we had breakfast together. And it was a friendly and interesting friendly association. You know, I don't feel like we were friends in the sense that we didn't get together super often, once in a blue moon and whatever. It was like a friendly say hi and explore some interesting topics together. That's what the relationship was. I definitely felt a curiosity about him that that put a question in my mind about being together in, you know, exploring something more with him. I wasn't sure if he had that curiosity or not himself. And it was a moot point because he was in a relationship. So we were just friends and friendly. And then he moved on from his relationship eventually, 10 years down the road. And I have weekly since 1995, I have weekly attended, I'll just call it a spiritual group, like an assembly of close associations, and we talk about our growth path from a spiritual perspective, which just means from the perspective that we are, that our highest expression of self is aligned with divine love and functioning in partnership with divine love. So, and how's that going? Are we maintaining that awareness, or and how far are we going with that, or do we get off track? Blah blah blah. That's what we talk about. So this was something that that I've done weekly, like I said, for decades, and which I highly recommend. Anyway, so I saw him. I ran into him in the local town. This was after his relationship had concluded, so he was single, and I invited him to come to my group sometime. And he said to me, he said he'd think about it, and then he ended up saying that he did not want to come. And which was fine. I didn't care one way or the other. I just thought that he might enjoy it. But what he said was that he didn't want to come because he didn't want to mess with this. And his hand gesture was to indicate our, I guess, our chemistry of deep curiosity about each other. So that was his reason for not coming to my group. And my question to you is, do you see a flag? Is there a green flag? Is there a red flag? What do you see in that? And yeah, I think we'll just keep playing this game maybe every now and then. We'll see if you enjoy the game or not. I'm enjoying the game already. Just getting started. Okay, so discern the flag. No flag, red flag, green flag in the comments. And I'll see you soon. I look forward to your